What up, everyone? One Up Box. Let's see what we've got this month. Let's just jump right in. Alrighty, so first thing we got in the box is a t-shirt. Let me unroll it. So this one says Fight Fight Revolution, and it has Ryu on a little DDR pad. Now this one I actually thought was pretty okay. It feels kind of rough though. So lately I've been having a problem with One Up Box's crossover shirts. So I've explained this before, I explained it in the last video. The reason they do that is to undermine copyright law. They don't want to have to pay rights, or I'm sure they couldn't even if they wanted to because they're expensive. They don't want to pay rights for characters, so if they do a crossover, they don't have to. So they obviously always do that, but most of the time it comes across very weird. They did one with like Batman and Mario, which was super awkward, and they did one last month, which was kind of weird too. They just haven't been spot on with the t-shirts. So this one not particularly amazing or anything, but much better though. So it's not too forced, and it's still kind of a funny joke. So it came across okay. So this is one of the shirts, one of the few times recently where the shirt's been pretty okay. It didn't bother me, and it wasn't super awkward. So I'm okay with that. The quality doesn't feel super nice or anything like that. It feels kind of rigid, but yeah, you pay for it. Anyway, next we got a little bobblehead. These are called Bobble Buds, and these are Street Fighter. You have one of 4 choices. I got Chun-Li. So companies are doing this a lot. It seems like every company or new one out there tries to make their own version of characters. Obviously, Funko has it with the Pops and the Mystery Minis. They have their basic design of a character, and then they just put the character design over that, but it keeps the same basic shape. Same thing here. Funko does it, Kid Robot does it, Loyal Subjects does it. Every company has their own interpretation of their character, and they just morph it to fit whatever character they want. So obviously this company has this style where it's a spherical head and a cylindrical body, so they all always look pretty similar to each other, but this one, it's a little bit different. I'm not a huge fan of the style they did here. The head's too spherical, so it's kind of hard to see the face. But either way, it's still cool characters. I love Street Fighter. But yeah, the way they did it doesn't quite match up with the body and everything, but I'm sure this is their first time doing it, so hopefully they'll do more and improve on the design. But anyway, Street Fighter Bobblehead. Next, we got a lanyard. So this has little emblems on here. It looks like they're from Space Invaders. It looks like little Space Invaders emblems. And it says things like game over, insert coin, press start. So it just has a couple little phrases on there, which is cool. It's nice. It doesn't come with a keychain or anything. It's just a little detachable lanyard, which is awesome. I like that. But it doesn't come with an additional keychain, which most do. But that's okay. No big deal there. But you got a nice little lanyard. Next, we got a little zipper pull. We got a little Spider-Man head. So these are kind of cool. They're just like keychains, and you can use them for keychains if you like, but their intended purpose is to go on your zipper. Anytime you have a zipper pullover or a zip-up jacket, you clip it on the zipper end, and then that's your little zipper, which is cool. It's an interesting concept, and it's pretty useful. And this is actually branded. It's good quality because it's actually of Spider-Man. It's Marvel. So it's nice to see that they're not forcing their logo on their products anymore. Because again, they were doing that for a long time, and I think people complained about it. I think people just straight up didn't like it. I didn't like it. They would have items like this, but it would just be their logo, or a character with their logo instead of the superhero emblem, and I didn't like it. It came across cheap, and yeah. So it's nice to see actual branded Marvel products and characters that aren't made up by themselves or a mashup. So that's good to see. I like that. Next, we got some candy. So it's a little arcade game. It looks like the old school arcade cabinet. And this is a Pac-Man. So it's a nice little tin case. Then it comes with some little candies inside. Open. Some little candies. And they are shaped like Pac-Man. I'm get one out. I know you can't see it right now. I'll put a picture at the end. But trust me, it's shaped like Pac-Man. It tastes kind of good. Just a little chalky candy. I actually kind of like it. Very tasty. But anyway, yeah, just a little container of candy. But it's nice because it's a little tin. So you can keep small stuff in here. Keep your drugs in here if you want to. hide them from the cops. They'll never suspect it. But anyway, even if you don't use it for anything, it's just cool to put on display, put it on a little shelf. It looks kind of fun. So that's cool. You get some candy and you get some fun little thing to hide stuff or display. I like that. That works. Then the last item, we just got a little sticker. It's of an arcade cabinet. It just says arcade on it, which I'm assuming is the theme. Yeah, arcade. Got your button. But this is a little raised sticker. I'm not sure what the technical name is. I need to figure it out because I always see these. But it's like the puffy sticker where it has some texture to it. But yeah, this is actually nice and it looks kind of like a piece of metal. So it's a nice little sticker. Cool. That works. Can't complain there. So, let's go through this box and talk about some value. Beer's frozen. Anyway, so starting off with the t-shirt. This will get my standard 12 to 15 rating, dollar amount. That works there. But I'm glad to see them not doing awkward designs. I'm glad to see them putting a little bit of effort into it. Because I like the style of it too, the way they did it. Some of the past ones, they kind of looked more hand-drawn, personal done. Like either someone in the company did it or they hired some amateur to do it. It doesn't look like they purchased it. It looks like someone did it by hand. But this one actually looks a little more designed. Like it looks like a little more symmetrical and things like that and proportionate. And their little Ryu character looks cool, so they're doing a much better job. They're still putting their logo on it, but at least it's small in the corner. I don't mind that if it's just a little bit. I just hate it when they plaster it. If it's in the corner, no big deal. I don't mind that. But I'm much happier about the t-shirt design. So that's been good overall. Next, our little bobblehead character. Now I could see this going right around $8. I'm going to put a general amount of $8. Don't quote me on this $8 because I could see it going either way. Obviously resale online, I could see it going much cheaper than that if people are reselling on eBay because they got it in the box and this isn't a popular company or anything like that. So I see it being a hard sell. That's why I could say like this would probably go very cheaply as a resale online. But if you saw it in a comic book shop, I wouldn't be surprised if they charged like $10 for it because it comes in its own package. You see the character; it's not a mystery thing. So and it has nice plastic packaging. So I could see it going for like $10. So that's why I'll put like right around $8, like in that middle range, which I think it's worth that at least. But the quality-wise, I'd say a little less, but in-store resale, probably a little more. So right around $8. Generally, that general area. Next, our lanyard. I'm only going to put like 3 to 5 on this. It's a little lower than the normal amount. Normally I'd put 4 to 6, but since it didn't come with a keychain, that just takes it down a little bit. Not a big deal. But it has the detachable thing, which is cool. But since it had no additional keychain, it only goes down. It goes down a little bit, only like $1. So like 3 to 5 on that. These aren't hard to find. These aren't rare. You get lanyards all the time in boxes, so they're all over the place. So no major value there. Next, our candy. So I'd see this going for like $2 or $3, maybe even like $1 or so more, because it is like a nice tin container. It came with good candy that was like wrapped and like sealed in there, and it has like good quality. It's not just like stickers put on metal. It's actually printed on there, and it looks pretty nice. So I could see this going for at least a few bucks in a candy store. If it was in an actual candy store, they'd probably charge a little more because they oversell things, but like 2 to 3, maybe $1 more than that, somewhere around that range, I think is reasonable. Next, our little zipper pull. I'd say like $3 or $4. That's what I think this should go for in a comic store. It's not like a full-fledged keychain. It's like a smaller version, so this would be a little cheaper than your average keychains. But it's good quality, though. I do like it's good quality, and it's actually branded Marvel, which I appreciate. So, that gets that rating. And then the last thing, just our little sticker. This is $1. It's cooler than just a regular sticker. It has some good texture and design to it, but wouldn't be more than $1 for a single sticker, so there you go. That being said, on the low end we got 29, and on the high end we got 36. So pretty average, a little bit lower than your average rating on this, or your average dollar amount. So if you're just subscribing to it, you're going to pay $18 for this box. And you got pretty close to double. On the high end you got double, but on the low end, not quite, but pretty close to it. You still got a lot more than you paid for. Which isn't a big deal for this box because it's so cheap. It's so easy for it to double the value because it's at such a low price point. It's pretty much the cheapest box out there. Super Geek Box is close, but I think it's actually like a few cents more for that one. But we'll get into that later. So this box is going to get a rating of 6.5. You got good value. You got decent variety. You got some things that I hadn't seen before, but they weren't super amazing or anything. They did better on the t-shirt, but again, the t-shirt quality wasn't great. So this was, I would say, a good box, but not an amazing box. And that's always the case with one-up box. It's never blowing anyone's mind. It's always good. You always get what you paid for, usually pretty close to double. You always get some interesting items. They always stay in theme, which I appreciate. But I don't think I've ever once gotten and been like, oh my gosh, I'm so amazed by everything. And that's just kind of the territory because it's a cheaper box. When you're working with a limited dollar amount, you can't just do crazy stuff and blow minds. So just know that about the box. But again, nothing wrong with it. Still a good box, and I still say it's worth it. This will stay around for a little while because something great about this box is their referral program. They have a great referral program. Anytime you refer someone to it, you only have to refer 4 people and you get a free box. This is a better referral program than any other box out there. So for that reason, it may stay around a little bit longer because it's so easy to find 4 people in a month and then get a free box. So I think I'm just going to start doing that and see if I can get cheaper boxes. Like they have such a good referral program, why not take advantage of it? I wish all boxes did, but reality of the matter is they don't. But this one has a great referral program, so if I can start referring people pretty well, I may just keep this box around specifically for that reason. But we'll see. That's all in the future. But anyway, this has been One Up Box 6.5. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Peace.